Hey Dax, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute. Where you been at? I mean, I think it ain't been that long. How everybody doing? Ah, I did this one yesterday, but I got a little bit of time before I gotta take my son somewhere. So, fuck it, let's do it again. Cause I posted a video for this one today. So, yeah, if you didn't have a chance, instead of me sitting up here like going on a rant and all that, or like a little monologue, y'all can go watch the video if you ain't seen it. But yeah, so good men need bad men. Um I ain't saying it's good men, but the self proclaimed good men definitely need the bad men. Yeah, Friday cool. I love Fridays. I love Fridays. I love Fridays at this time. The worst day of the week is Monday. Cause like what the fuck? But yeah, I love Fridays. Yes, but the reality is like yeah, men, y'all, thank y'all for tapping the screen and sharing the live. I appreciate y'all. Men definitely need like bad men, cause we always saying like the bar is in hell, right? The bar is in hell, and a lot of men they know that the bar is in hell. They know it's in hell, so it's like if the bar's in hell, I ain't gotta do shit. Like I ain't gotta do much. So of course I'm gonna keep pushing it out there like the bad men out here. I ain't like that motherfucker. I ain't doing, I ain't cheating on you. I ain't having babies on you and crazy stuff. And like that shit is wild. That like that's a weird ass standard. And they confirm it when they say shit like, oh, your standards be too high, or whatever. Like what? Y'all motherfuckers don't want no standards. Y'all want to just be able to walk in the room and be like, all right, you mine. It's weird. But yeah, they what they say, every superhero need a villain. Otherwise, what the fuck you doing out there? So they make up theirs. But the interesting thing is like they'll make up the bad guy, but it's hard for them to point that nigga out. Cause like essentially the bad guy they be pointing out is it's like a false guy. It's like the what is it called? The boogeyman. That's what I was saying earlier. Like the boogeyman. They make up the boogeyman so that they can get away with all types of shit. Because they know way in the world man can sit and they do all the time. They'll sit and censor themselves like, oh, I don't do none of those things. I would never. But in the second breath be like, oh well, not him. He a good one. Like they love the circle jerk. They love the fucking circle jerk. No, he one of the good ones though. Like make your mind up. Like it's crazy. It's interesting. My nose still a little stuffed up.
I have a question. What do you mean by
Hey,
good
hold on, hold
men?
on, pause, sir, hold up. You can't just come up here off me. You gonna
Nah,
mute up or
drop
you?
me, drop me, drop me.
No, drop yourself. What the fuck? You came up here, and because you
Well,
can't follow simple panel decorum, like simple panel decorum. I never go up to somebody live and think I just talk. Drop me. Drop yourself. The fuck? Weirdo. Who the fuck go on somebody panel and think, oh, I could just go? No, you mute up until somebody introduced you to the conversation. I was fucking talking. That was weird. Um, why you ladies don't listen to women? Who are you, sir? Not you thinking because somebody you said don't listen, somebody can't listen for themselves. Like we have our own autonomy, sir. You're a fucking weirdo. But yeah, that was a crash out, y'all. That was the fastest crash out to date. That was a fucking record. I hope y'all caught it. Not drop me because you couldn't cut me off. That's wild. Come up here and tell me why it's false then. Side dude. Come up here and tell me what's false about it. Cause it's nothing false. I'm speaking straight facts. Straight facts. So you gonna say it's false, you gotta say why it's false. That's not yeah, it definitely was a record crash out that that's not how that works. You can't just say something isn't if you want to negate my claims or get some substantial evidence support your claim, okay? Otherwise, like it is what it is. That's what I mean. Men, the good men, quote unquote, need bad men. You need the bad man to be the good man, right? You can't just be a good man. You can't be like, why do all these? Yeah, that shit was crazy. Um, You can't just be like, well, I'm good just because. It's like, no, somebody got to be bad for
Yeah,
you to compare
that's
yourself to.
incorrect.
Hold
That's
up,
totally
sir.
incorrect.
Sir, come up on mute and wait to get introduced. What is going
Oh my
on? Y'all only
goodness.
do that with women too.
No, we do
Y'all
it with
like that's what I'm
everybody. That's
saying.
the
It's the
problem. You don't want
misogyny
to
is
listen to
speaking
nothing.
from you already, sir.
Good
Like
men
I
don't
was
need bad
talking, you
men.
came
That's
up
the
on my
problem. Okay.
panel, and instead
Your
of just
plan is
letting me
still some dog
introduce
shit
you,
though.
oh, because
Because
you
you're not
you a hot
listening. You say some
mess.
stuff like
Now
that.
you wanna, oh, you
That's the
mad.
problem.
That's why you
I'm
wanted to
really
come
not
up
mad at
here.
all. I'm just straightening you out.
Well,
You need to be.
anyways, when you come on somebody's panel, sir, what you're supposed to do is you mute up and wait for the person to address you so you can speak up. You don't just come out like flailing like that. That's crazy. No decorum, no fucking respect. No, like the misogyny in y'all is crazy. So we already know this not a good man, right? Because you already don't like women. You don't respect women. I was talking, you came out here and definitely interrupt me. I was gonna let you speak up. I asked you to come up here. But to come up here and acting like that, come on, get yourself together. So we're gonna do a reset, sir. We're gonna do a reset, okay? You was wrong, and that's fine. We're gonna move on. We're gonna let this shit go. Sadu, would you like to address the prompt? Told y'all that mute button like the click, y'all. They can't ever find it when
You
they
don't
need it.
know anything, and that's the problem.
No, can you
Stop going
respond
up
to the
there and
prompt
listen to
though?
people. Stop going
Oh,
up
so you
there
don't want
thinking
the
you know
reset.
everything.
So
That's the
hold up.
problem.
You don't want the reset. I asked you a question.
I'm still talking. So that's your problem right there.
Why are you still talking on my panel? Like you gotta like I literally can't like this is crazy, y'all. This is too already. Goddamn, sir. I actually respond to the prompt. You can't do it because you just want to argue.
No, I want to put you right in.
You want to argue, you want to put me in my place, huh? You want me in my place, huh? You can't put nobody in their place on that panel, sir. Because guess what? I can just mute you. Look, you can't get that shit out. You can't get it out. You can't get it out. That's crazy.
No man. No.
This is childish. But I can sit here. I'm gonna sit here and keep meeting you up because you childish.
I'm gonna keep
childish. You're childish. You're fucking childish. I asked you to respond to the prompt, sir. I asked you to respond to the prompt, and you're childish. You can't even calm down. Work must have been hard today. Work must have been real hard today. You gotta get that shit off bad. What did you do to you at work, sir? They should have come up here and like, what is going on? Definitely need some milk, y'all. That's calm down. You might as well hop on out the box, sir. Because like I can do this. I will sit here for the next hour and a half.
You don't want to
come on, let's go. Let's see how long he's going to do this, y'all.
Hey, you know what?
You childish.
Hey,
we don't know because you can't speak. I muted you up. Nope, we don't know. I muted you. You can't say it. Can't say it. Look at this shit. Grown ass man. Look at childish. And didn't know what he said because he being childish. You're being childish. You just and you instead of you addressing the prompt, this is what we can go down to. This is wow. This is the longest crash out ever.
Hey,
go ahead. Keep tapping the button, sir. Y'all, how long y'all think he can do this? I got a little bit of time today. I got a little bit of time. Y'all, you just unmuting. he can't do it. He can't do it. He can't do it.
See, that's your problem.
He can't do it.
Yes,
he can't do it.
Tried it. You're still a sorry hoe. That's all that matters. Hoes like you are the problem.
Your mama. Not your mama. Not your mama. Yes. All right, bye, little bitch. That was crazy. That was funny, y'all. Hilarious. That man must have had a rough day at work. Your boss shitted on you, didn't he? Goddamn. That's crazy. That's two. I ain't even been here that long and 2 crash outs already. Y'all niggas, wow. Sir, because he had shit to say. He do too. They always too old. So I just need you to respond to the part. Not you wanting to come back. No, you don't get to come back. You don't get to come back, sir. It's fucking crazy. Girl, what the fuck?
Yes, I can't get in here for 30 seconds. What is going on over here?
I had 2 crash outs already. 2 of them. I ain't even said nothing yet. That was crazy. That man was mad. He know he ain't gonna go to work tomorrow. He can't get his shit off, so he wanted to give it a
Right.
break.
You got him stuck.
Yeah, not you. You gonna be stuck in my live all weekend, sir. You should have just act right. Now you gonna be in this bitch. You gonna be in this bitch peeking all weekend. Guarantee it. Somebody remember his name, cause he'd be back. He want that humbleness so bad. You can't come on somebody live and think you gonna run shit. You don't run shit over here. The fuck you a voice in the box. You have no power. But anyway, what's up, Allie? Did you want to respond to the prompt?
I agree with the prompt. I'm sorry.
We gotta apologize. We did this yesterday, but I know you sleep, so we're gonna start fresh.
Yeah, I agree with the prompt. I feel like they do because they need to compare themselves to someone even worse off than they are in order to feel somewhat of importance. It's kind of sad because typically if you're looking at it from like an educational standpoint, we don't ever compare ourselves to people who like don't meet the expectations. We kind of like look at people who make honor roll or principals list and say, hey, I want to achieve that. We don't go, below that to say that's where we want to set the standard. And so I find that that's the case with a lot of them. So yeah, I'll be right back though, because I got to see my daughter off real quick before I head out. And I'll come back and hear what y'all
Okay,
say.
that's fine. I was trying to figure out what was going on with my live goal. Apparently, they got rid of the boo thing. Is Halloween over? I guess. Let me see what I wanna. I gotta put one on here. So many decisions. But yeah, y'all. Thanks for the support. I don't know what you want to do. I'm gonna just do this one. I'll do 10 of these. All right. Yeah. So yeah, confirm it. Who's in the yeah, they changed it. But that nigga was mad. It's weird because like now that I've been consistently making videos, y'all, I have like I would say 3 dudes who just be coming and trolling my shit. And I'm like, are y'all like, did y'all ring my bell or something? How y'all on every last video? Because like, how you so obsessed? Cause ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking every last video. That's crazy. But whatever. I don't mind. I don't mind. We need some ops in the box in the comments. Yeah, they real upset. They mad. But like I said, oh, that's cute. Thank you. Hey Ryder, you wanna say something?
Hey, Tara.
What's going on? Did you want to respond to the prompt?
Yeah, but I agree, and I have a little personal story.
Hold up. It's a quick story. You're not trauma dumping, are you, Ryder? Cause it's Friday.
Drama dumping? No, I couldn't.
Right.
I couldn't. I will make it like more light-hearted.
No, let's just skip this. I'm not gonna be here that long, and
It's real. Well, anyway, you know what? For another day.
yeah, like we got it because I gotta get off here like 6 something, and I'm trying to keep it on topic.
Oh, but it does have to do with the topic though. But in some ways, yeah. Just the whole good, like, I'm a nice guy sort of idea. But good men need bad men. Self-proclaimed, like, good men need bad men, I would say. But they're probably not actually, like, good men. Which goes back to, like, the whole nice guy thing. Like, the guys are like, oh, I'm a nice guy, I'm always getting fucked over, and they're comparing themselves to the bad men. But in reality, they're actually just very entitled and, like, sort of covert narcissists, in my opinion. That was related to what my story was about.
Yeah, we see him all the time. What's up, Mia?
Hey, damn. Hey, everybody. My bad.
It's
Yeah,
like,
so
Oh,
Wait.
sorry.
No, you good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm a nice guy. Like, how can you treat me this way? Oh, why are you doing this? But I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. It's like, no, you're weird. You're weird as fuck and entitled as fuck. I actually think they're sort of worse than the quote unquote bad guys.
Hold on, Grandpa. You've been here since last week. What is going on? Sir, why you still here? Talking about today again. Sir, why you here? Nobody sent for you. That's crazy. What's up, Andy?
What's up? How y'all doing, yo? That was hilarious. The crash outs on a Friday, they must not have gotten paid today, or either their check was short. And then, of course, they ain't got nothing nice to lay up in, so they mad.
Yeah, that weekend be hurting them. That
It
weekend's too long
really
for them.
do. It really do. I think we should all join hands and pray for them. But no, I wanted to answer. I always think about like the good guy, nice guy thing. We live in this world of like juxtapositions, and then so we have this like we're comfortable in the binary, right? Like it has to be this or that. And I feel like that's where like the nice guys like to hide their problematic behavior. Oh, I'm not like that, so I must be great. And they miss all of the other stuff in between, right? Like I'm not as bad as the worst, so I must be a good guy. No, there's a whole spectrum of problematic behavior that men often exhibit. And so I do feel like those men who claim to be good guys, they rely on those really, really bad guys in order to be that direct opposition, or they believe them to be in direct opposition to them. So then, other people can be like, oh yeah, you're a good guy. But yeah, nah, they problematic.
The interesting part is though they fabricate the bad guy. Like they make this like we hear about the Pookie and Ray Rays all the time. Like the Pookie and Ray Rays do all the bad things. They all know Pookie and Ray Ray, right? But they be defending each other. Like if the because the Pookies and Ray Rays that they referring to be them, first of all, and the other men who come up here saying the same shit that if they was with you one-on-one, they'd be like, no, I don't do shit like that. They co-sign it. They love a good circle jerk. They love that shit. So it's like it's not making sense. Like, sir, like the gaslighting is not consistent. What's up, Sagittarius?
Hello. I just want to say hi.
How you doing?
I'm actually doing okay today.
That's good. I'm glad to hear. Mm-hmm. Did you want to respond to the prompt? I know we talked about this yesterday, but still.
Yeah, I still feel the same way I did yesterday. I still think that they they compare themselves to the worst possible man. And they do like the guy in the comments do. They pretend like they're gonna take you on these nice vacations and stuff. Like he's down there trying to make himself look good too. He ain't taking nobody to Turks for no weekend. But yeah, I just be like just rambling sometimes. So yeah, that's it.
No, you good. Mm-hmm. What's up, KGR?
What's up, Tura? How you doing? Happy Friday.
Yeah, I love Fridays. It's my favorite day.
Yeah, schools was closed here for Diwali, so yeah, it was a day.
I love the weekend.
That's so nice. I wish our schools closed for Diwali. I mean, they have a 4-day weekend, most of like everybody across the state, but still, that would be really nice. We don't celebrate all of the holidays. That would be so nice.
Yeah, our kids are off for 5 days in a row. It's Friday, the weekend, Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it actually is. Because I don't have to get up like at 7 to wake him up to get him ready for school. So that was nice. But yeah, to hit your good men need bad men, of course they do. But they also demonize men that they know they can't measure up to too. So it's like you'll hear all the brokies talk about, oh, well, rich man will treat you like dirt. Why won't you just go with the man who's just working at McDonald's? He'll treat you better.
Yeah, I heard that one a few times. They're like, oh, he got all that money. Look how he gonna treat you, but you try and get money. Like, so what's going on? Like, And we all know that the more money you make more than that man, the more abusive he gonna be. Like, be for real, sir. But they
Also,
love to
it's
say
classic
that.
projection. But it's
Huh?
classic projection too. It's classic projection
Yeah.
because they want to be able to do that to you, and they wish they had money so that they could subjugate you. Like that one, that stupid comic dude who was like, "Oh, I love women who are impoverished because I can control them." Yeah, he did a whole video. Bourbon Bougie, she did a video on him talking about how he literally looks for impoverished women so that he can, subjugate them. He doesn't want a woman who has her shit together.
I heard a man on here say that one time, like, his ex, he found her at the homeless shelter, and I'm like, you was in the homeless shelter? He like, no. Like, what
the dude who was rolling up on homeless chicks, and I brought her home. Yeah, weirdo.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
But that's what they need. They try to make themselves the good person. I'm a good guy because I have a job. I live on my own. I have a car. Okay.
That's why they feel threatened. That's why they feel threatened when you got it, because it's like, if I got a job and I got a car, sir, then like, what is we talking about? Like, I had those things when I was a teenager. Can we move on? Like, where's the conversation going? And it's like they want that so bad. They want to be like, oh, I got more, because it's like they don't want just. Yesterday the guy was on here talking about he was competing. Somebody was competing with the brother or whatever, right? Like, you compete with the other men, but you also compete with women too. Like, women can't have more than you. As long as she got less, everything cool. But when she got more than you, like, you glitch. You can't function properly.
That's facts.
Why can't they go compete with YT men, or better yet, Asian men? But you trying to compete with the most.
But they the same way. But that's the thing, though. They the same way. Like, they the same fucking way. It's like you still can't. They're like, if they're in a relationship with a woman, it's like she still can't have more than he got. Like, that shit. Like, it goes against what they consider being a man. Like, they can't deal with it. Like, you're not supposed to have more than me.
Competing with women is just like kind of sicko behavior.
It's typical. They compete with us their whole life, though. Yeah. They compete since childhood. Like, they've been competing their whole life. It's just weird because it's like we said, like, a lot of things men claim to be their traits, and what they're doing is actually what women are doing. Like, they cosplay, they be appropriating our culture. They appropriate our culture. Then they claim they doing shit they not doing, and they constantly compete. It's like, that's why they say, I want somebody to take care of. That's why he want to pay your bills and shit, so he could be like, oh, look at me, I did that. Like, come on now.
Yeah, then they go around calling themselves Mr. Incredible. And yeah, I don't know why
the names are wild. The names that men be having is wild. I remember being on, I think I was on Storytellers Live one time, and a guy came up there and put a background photo talking about the leader, the king, the father, some shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, sir, like, tell me your dick little without telling me your dick little. Like, what the fuck? You doing way too much.
I am screaming. Wait.
KGR, your lingo getting around too. Liz said one of my favorite phrases that you be saying when you be going in, because then you start asking what the shit. And I'm like, when KGR start asking that, it's over.
But it be so true though. It's mind-boggling, the level of stupid. Like, dudes be trying to compete against each other. Not all, like they do, but they really do need to jump on us and stomp us down because they know they ain't shit. Like, imagine you built an entire system to prop your ass up and you still failing. Like, that takes effort. It takes a lot of effort to be that shitty. Like, be for real. Think about it.
The interesting thing is, because I'm not sure, y'all heard of Lord of the Flies, right?
Yeah, that book is cool.
Yep.
So The Lord of the Flies is fake as fuck. Let me like the guy who wrote it, I can't remember his name, but he had came from some country in Europe that was in war at the time, and that was his perspective of things. But the interesting thing is, we actually got a real story. I think it been like 1965 or something like that. The Tongan Castaways. It was some boys who went to boarding school, and they was like, "Oh, we're gonna get in the boat or whatever," and then they got in a shipwreck or whatever. I end up on this island for like 15 months or something like that, and they were so cordial, like they was not competing with each other at all. Like they was building instruments to play music, like they was like supportive of each other. The only reason why the men act the way they act is because it be us, like they want us so fucking bad. But when we not around, they not competing with each other. That shit don't be in them naturally.
But the thing is, they don't ever, like, all male situations are always dangerous. Always. No matter what class of man you're in, it's always dangerous. Like effing Prince Charles, he goes to a boarding school, and the dudes were like beating each other up and raping each other, and these are kids. That is like how males are socialized. Like they literally, in an all male environment, they have to not only establish hierarchy of some sort, but it has to be based on brutality. And so it doesn't matter if someone's a good man. At the end of the day, you put him in any situation, he's going to become the most brutal piece of S out there. Again,
I think that's what. So I was just trying to say, like the whole point of me bringing up this Tongan Castaways is like it's literally like it's just the fact that it is conditioned. Like this idea they have to constantly compete, like they have to be something, like they're being developmentally stunted. It's all something that's like it's conditioned. Like they don't have to be that way. Is my point. But like this indoctrination in the West is a motherfucker.
We need to roll out like elephants. I think that's how we should actually live. Let's be like elephants.
How so?
Okay, male elephants are isolated. They're not allowed to hang out. They can only come once a year when somebody wants to get pregnant. And if she really doesn't want to get pregnant that year because she feels like it might be a drought or some ish, the women gather together and they drive those males out. They beat the living shit out of them and they make them go away. And then they live their lives happily as a commune of women and their children, happily loving each other.
That's what I be saying. I was like, women are better off building community with other women, especially when it comes to stuff like kids and stuff. Because, yeah, like they don't be safe. And the interesting thing is that, damn, don't tell me I lost with my point of thought. I fucking lost my point of thought.
Wait, while you find your point of thought, can I ask you this, KGR, about the elephants? Is it the male elephant that like releases certain tears
Musk.
that?
Yeah, they go into musk, like right when they're like from the age of like 12 or 13 to like 25 or some ish. They have this time of year where they're in musk, and then they're just aggressive and they're trying to bang anything that walks. Think of it as like extended puberty. That's what they do. And then
But I thought it was also like a danger because like they are like also violent. Like they like hit, like you know how like giraffes like kind of like whip their necks and try to like attack the other giraffes for protection. I thought that the male elephants does the same type of thing because of it.
they also try to go after the young because a female will not breed at all if she has a young one, because their babies are with them for an extended period of time.
All right, so I remember what I wanted to say now. Because like humans used to be like that. Like the men wasn't always amongst the women, right? And it's like, oh my God, like, oh yeah, this is what I wanted to say. So when it comes to mammals, like humans are the only species where women like breed all year round. And I feel like patriarchy got some shit to do with that. Like I feel like I feel like somehow like we be ovulating too much. Like what the fuck is they feeding us? Like I feel like they doing this shit on purpose because they just want to hump all year round. Cause like why we don't have our season?
Oh, it's basically because, like, honestly, it's because we started walking upright. Our offspring, prior to like modern medicine, like say in the past 30 years, not even 50, but like 30, our offspring had like a 3 in 10, like a 30% chance of survival because we walk upright. That's why. It's because we walk upright. So yeah, you can blame men for that too.
How is it men's fault?
I don't know. I'm just gonna blame them. I just feel like we should. They want to like claim some sky daddy. Well, shit, I'm gonna blame him for all the problems we have. Shit, fuck you. Excuse my language.
But the interesting part is, when we look at shit closely, we realize it be their fucking fault. Thank you, Sagittarius. Like it be their fault. like it's just so interesting. You be like, damn, I wonder why this is like this. And you look at it like, oh, men did that shit every fucking time. Like the world, like our climate all fucked up because of y'all. Like y'all need to sit the fuck down. But it's just interesting to have all these insecure men out here who essentially want to be self-proclaimed leaders and good men and all this other bullshit. And it's like, no, sir, you ain't that guy. Like, be for real. And if you need to compare yourself to another person to be good, then that says a lot. What's up with all these troll accounts? TikTok, it don't look real. You ain't coming up here. You ain't coming up here. I don't even know how to say your name. So you say you sitting down. So are you admitting that like men by default are not leaders? Like y'all just be saying shit like y'all not good. I know. Hold up, somebody here for you to circle jerk with, because I know like y'all don't talk unless y'all got a circle jerk buddy.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Incredible. You and Zajok. Why don't y'all come up? Y'all yapping in the comments. All butthurt that we say men are to blame for all the problems in the world. Like, I mean, but you said y'all are the leaders.
Scary ass leaders.
Y'all made everything, right? So when you are in charge of everything, you're also responsible for everything. Them's the rules that y'all created.
Come up here and tell us how y'all good men. I invited them, but you know they ain't coming up here. Like I said, like it's a crossroads. We get to a plateau and like the men like, no, it's not safe. I'm not going into the den of women, the lion's den of women. But yeah. Anyways, like I said, what? You're a weirdo.
Can I add this also? I don't know.
Nicholas, ain't nobody call you, but come on up. Not you with no followers. What's up with who the fuck he getting on that backup coming up in here? 0 followers is crazy. Somebody laughing like, let me pull up a backup. That motherfucker ain't got no followers. Nobody call for you. Oh my God. But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna include, I find it very weird how they cherry pick certain times of our history to take, the accolades for, or like all the credit for, but they don't want to also take like the downside of where they messed up at. So like, for instance, what I'll hear often, they suffocate us with the idea of the whole industrial era and like all the things that were done during that time, but they never talk about like what it did to like impact climate change and like pollution and how that affects us now in the century that we're in now. Like they don't even know the ins and outs of it. You couldn't even like get anything from them. Because all they really want is to be known as, well, we were the ones who started, this machinery and did this, and this is why you have that, and yada, yada, yada. But like, at what cost? Like, were we able to like tweak it a little bit to where like people are not like getting asthma and bronchitis and all the other things that comes with you making this grand gesture to introduce into like society and life. Like we have to also include that. So with the good that you like to take, we also have to include the bad.
Yeah, they also making themselves sterile too. Shout out to y'all for that.
Yeah, males' sperm counts have been dropping drastically over the past 100 years. Like, and it's significantly weaker. And I'm just loving it. Oh, the dude down there, he was like, I prefer hyenas. As you should. If you support hyenas, then you support a hierarchical system that always puts women on top. Even the youngest female in a hyena clan or in their pack is above the highest ranking male. So, yeah, we should. We should legitimately go hyena on y'all.
And I think they prefer them KGR because they have that extra appendage, so they can get the satisfaction that they need as well.
But it's not even about that. It's like they have that as a protection. It's just like there are several other species, well, 2 other species that also have that. And it's to protect them from males. It makes it more difficult to get pregnant.
But you know they like that kinky stuff, which is why they come up here to get yelled at all the time.
It's weird.
I mean, the reason ducks have a screw, like a corkscrew shaped thingy, is because the females developed corkscrew shaped innards so that it would be harder for the males to harm them. Because male ducks are absolutely horrible. Like, it's not a joke when I say that every single species, they will literally unalive males if they have too many born. Because it's too dangerous and it causes too much drain on resources and they become hyper violent.
Yeah, whenever you hear about some place being conquered, they always unalive the men. It's like besides like being combative, like what value do you bring? So it's like ain't nobody asking y'all to build shit. The fuck? What's up, Liz? Huh?
We got machines for that shit now. You don't need them.
Yeah, they acting like it's the end of the world and like we need them to do some things that we can't do on our own as well. What's up, Liz?
Hey, so okay, I just have a question about because I'm listening to this conversation. So how do we like square that with because we always talk about how like a lot of this stuff is nurture, not nature. Like the violence that we see in men, human men. But like if in every other species they're like males are the more violent sex. I mean, because what I'm saying is like, we don't want to push the narrative that like men can't help it, right? But at the same time, every other species of males is violent. Like you could argue naturally. So like, how do we square those two things? Does that make sense?
It's not exactly like that though. They become that way. And whenever an extinction event happens, the males that are brought up after that extinction event are often kinder, sweeter, more loving. We see that with like baboons. Baboons initially, up until like the 1960s, when people were studying them, especially like they were in Sri Lanka, I want to say, or India, they were horrible. They were abused. They were aggressive. They would rip each other apart. They would rip the women apart. They would unalive all the babies, right? Then they all got a form of hepatitis. And that all of these aggressive, angry males unalived. All of them were wiped out. So the males that were left became very loving and giving. And now the only way that they can get a mate is if they show that they're loving and caring and that they like to take care of the babies and shit like that. Orangutans are also not violent as male species, but they also tend to have more females in general. Whales, excluding, well, honestly, even actually all whales, to be for real, the males aren't as aggressive because they are reliant on the females for all of their education. So if they're socialized in such a way where they are supported by primarily women without a biological issue that happens like with musk with elephants, they tend to be much more kind. Like they care and they're protective of the herd. They understand their position and they're not vying for like dominance.
So KGR, do you like? How do you know this stuff?
Okay, so okay, don't laugh. So again, farm kid. One, two, like grew up like we were always into like animal documentaries and all this shit, and then like I go to the zoo a lot, even though I hate zoos, but I like them, but I hate them. But then we watch a lot of different documentaries and read a lot of different books because my son's really into it too now, and I've always been into it. But like you look at a lot of different stuff, and you start looking at different species, and you're like, damn, maybe we should be like orangutans. Like that would be better.
But also, so patriarchy makes men weak, right? I think it was interesting when we were watching a documentary on the kangaroos, because the kangaroos' strong ass is just sitting around fighting, like, let me get at her, let me get at her. I don't know who saw it, but like it was interesting how the kangaroo was like literally hovering over her, right? And it was like he knew not to take it further than that. Because the other kangaroos were like, no, like they ain't fair, whatever. But the only kangaroo she actually gave time of day was the one who was not so fucking aggressive. Like it's giving like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I just thought that part was interesting. I wanted to slide that in.
Kangaroos just deer that went to prison. Like that's really all they are. It's different. It depends on the type of kangaroo too, because you have like the really big ones, and then the smaller ones aren't as aggressive. But in general, who wants to be around something that's always going to be threatening to you? Like think about that shit. How I'm going to breed with you? Like and you like always harmful to me. Like you can't even like now, even like with horse breeding and stuff, because my mom's family breeds horses, right? And we used to breed Friesians and Clydesdales and thoroughbreds, right? If you had a male that was like a little aggressive with the females, we wouldn't let them go near them. Like you couldn't have them near mares like at all because they're too aggressive, and it would actually cause the mare to not get pregnant. Like she would find a way to like keep herself from getting pregnant, and it's like a trauma, so they won't have more, colts, and that's our bread and butter. So usually that's why now a lot of times like you just milk, like they take the sperm right out of the sire and put it in the dam because it's so much safer for the female. So yeah, like that's what happens. And often the reason why that happens with certain types of, animals is we've overbred them and they become like certain traits that are good. Like in horse racing, you need them to have a lot more adrenaline, be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, that shit doesn't work when you're trying to have them breed.
Now me think about that too. When it comes to like animal species, because we know how like when it comes to rodents and shit, that shit is our fault. Like that's our fucking fault that we got so many rodents everywhere. Like how many animals are patriarchal because of human behavior?
Dolphins.
You said yeah, dolphins are fucking wild. The shit I heard about dolphins, they are fucking wild.
Yeah, that's our fault. We took away a lot of their hunting grounds. We took away a lot of their primary food sources, and we hunted them, forcing them to become more aggressive. That happens with a lot of things. Whenever you force something to go into scarcity mode, what happens afterward becomes like just next level of psycho. Because
yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like if we live in this patriarchal world and we looking at the animal kingdom, like look at these animals, look at what these animals like. Well, what animals are like that because of us and our need to navigate, and we tearing down fucking ecosystems and shit like that because like some of these animals may not have been so patriarchal.
Exactly. Is that hi? Oh, Taha.
Peace. How you doing?
Hold up, I didn't even see him up there. Hey, Taha, what's going on?
I'm doing great. I was hoping y'all can elaborate a little bit more on the good men need bad men.
Hold up. Before we elaborate, can you give us your opinion on the background?
Well, that's what I was asking about the good men. Like, what does that exactly mean? If you can elaborate on that a little bit more.
Have you? Can I ask you a question real quick though? Do you consider yourself for either a good man or a bad man?
Um, you know, that's a very good question to ask me because I have a different perspective of good and bad. So,
Tell us about it. We listen.
well, I mean, there's
So
benefits to
first of all, are
good.
you a good man or
Well,
no?
that's the thing. If you define me as a good man, that'll be based on society, right? And if you define me as a bad man, that too would be based on society. So I'm a great individual, I can say that, or a great human.
Have you ever met any good men?
Well, once again, I can't define what that is.
So you trying to have a philosophical question about the idea of good being objective and all that? Is that what
But
you
then he
looking
uses the term great, which is so abnormal because if you can't define good or bad, then how can you define greatness?
Well, because greatness, a person who is considered great, like I would use the term greatness,
By society.
well, it would have a combination of both what is considered good and bad experiences.
No, that's not true. Greatness is defined by society. Every
So,
society determines greatness just like it determines good and bad. So, therefore, by you trying to call yourself a great person, you have
mhm.
actually participated in going with between good and bad. So, you can answer the prompt.
Well, when you say great, right? Well, when I say great has a combination of both good and bad. That's why, I would use that
that's fine.
term
Go
if
ahead and give
anything.
us some examples, sir. Just because you made the statement, go ahead and give some
All right.
examples.
So a great person been through some bad stuff, right? And may had to commit some bad things.
Hold up,
But
hold up, hold up. When you giving clarification, is not vagueness. Examples are not vague. I'm asking flat out for examples, sir.
okay, well, a great man may have been to jail. But
Who?
does that
Name
make
one.
him a bad person? Have a good night.
Well, depends. Who went to jail who was
Oh,
great?
huh? You said who
What,
went to jail that is
give me a
great?
couple. Yeah.
Okay, well let's look at Jesus, right? Didn't he go to jail? Then
No,
they
Jesus was a
No.
supremacist.
he
Jesus was a
was
And,
supremacist.
and, Je- and Jesus never went to jail.
right, he was captured and they sent them through their institutionalized system, whatever you want to call it.
No, they didn't. No, they captured him. The next
Hmm.
day, he was put up on a cross and
So,
deleted. So there was no imprisonment, sir. So
okay.
please stop. And also, Jesus is a fictional character. We like to work in the realm of real. So let's go.
Right.
Give me a real
And
person
that's the
who's
same.
great.
That's the same. Well, you asked for an example, but that's the same thing for his decision to break the law. Like he broke laws,
When
and
you
he
said
was
great, were you saying you're like Jesus? Is that what you were trying to say?
nope,
So you
not
went
at
to
all. I
prison.
was just using an example of great with a combination of good and bad
So hold
existing
on.
within
These
greatness.
conversations shouldn't have to be this difficult, sir. Can you just tell us when you were talking about yourself, when you say you were great, right? Don't go back to
Hmm.
the abstract. Tell
Hmm.
us what you were referring to, sir.
I'm just referring to myself. Have a great one. So I mean, it's no definition or nor even not even an exact terminology that can define who I am as being great. That
You
would be
said it.
accepted
Oh
by
my
humans.
bad. Hold on. This is so circular. You said it. You can't even give us an example.
Uh, is this a hate group?
Yes. Are you at work?
Yep.
You can't even be a good employee. Why are you talking to us and not minding whatever you're doing?
Ah, see,
Hold
according
up,
to
hold up,
you, I
hold up.
can't be
Why?
a good
What made you
employee.
think? Hold up, sir. I asked you for example. Someone interrupted you. Why would you say this is? Why would you ask if this is a hate group? Where did that come from?
Oh, because
Because
I see.
hold up, real quick. Hold up, real quick. Because given multiple times, three exactly, to answer this question with an example, you gave none. You gave zero. You said Jesus. Would I ask, say, do you compare yourself to Jesus? You said no. Or give us
No,
a actual. Hold up,
I think I'm
an
greater
actual
than Jesus.
example. And now you're like, is this a hate group? What are you talking about? You can't give an example, so we hate somebody. That makes sense to you?
And thinking he
I
went
wouldn't,
to
I wouldn't trust your judgment on greatness. Then, if somebody actual example is hate, then I don't trust your judgment to call yourself great. You don't seem great at all.
You seem like you got out of the pen, got yourself some of that prison awareness. Have utilized the example of Jesus without knowing anything about said fictional character. Then try to compare yourself to that, saying, oh, great people do good and bad things. He broke the law. Actually, if you had read the Bible, he never broke a law. That was the issue. Someone bore false witness. That was the big deal. That's why it was an unjust unaliving. Okay. Next, you don't seem to know much. You're trying to be philosophical to say, hey, I'm actually kind of a POS, but I want to call myself great. I don't call myself good or bad because, it's all subjective. No, sir, you probably went to prison for doing some shit you shouldn't have been doing, and that is bad. And it wasn't to benefit society. You weren't a political fighter. You weren't a resistance fighter. You weren't part of a revolution.
Ooh.
You just was selling drugs and being stupid. Oh, I'm sorry,
You
drugs.
going in on that. But yeah, you have Ali B and KGR Sums in here. So I'm
Pause.
familiar
Hold
with
up. Pause. Sorry. Pause.
I'm
Are you
familiar
going?
with
Hold up.
those
Hold
two.
up. Hold up. Hold up. No, Allie. We not. No, Allie. Hold up. Sir, I asked you for an example. I am still waiting on said example.
So my example wasn't accepted, huh?
You didn't actually give an example that applies to you, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, I already told you I can't define my being can't be defined by words and
But you defined
titles.
it. But it can't be defined, but you defined it.
That's
Make
right.
sense to you?
Of course, it's my life. Only I can understand it.
But you can't. Yeah, but you can't explain it. You can't
But
actually
no,
put
is
it
this
into
a hate
words.
group?
Then you doing the same thing again because you couldn't answer the question. So now you just want to elicit a response. You're trying to trigger. You're trying to What do you want? Because you're not here to actually add to the dialogue because you can't even answer your own question.
Well, that's
You
why
just
I
up
asked
here
if it was a
yapping.
hate group because of the
And
two
the
panelists,
question
and
I
then you
told
have
you
good
made
men
no
and
sense.
bad men.
I explained to you. You saying that because we asked you for an example makes no sense.
Nothing has
That's
changed, huh?
your implicit bias,
Are
sir.
y'all still doing the same thing y'all been doing 6 months ago?
Oh, so now we're just for devaluation? No.
Y'all are doing the same thing y'all been
So
doing.
this is he's trying to be like, oh, whatever. But the thing is, all this is because he can't answer a question. Like literally, he in his feelings right now. He's trying to be like whatever, but
You
you
know what
mad
they say,
because
if
you
nothing
can't.
changes, nothing
Hold on,
changes.
sir. You was in a cage. We got it. Somebody put you in a cage, but you can't even tell us what makes you great. Like literally, you can't even tell us that. Oh, y'all hate me because you can't tell us what the fuck you're talking about. That makes no sense. You sound dumb. What you're not going to do is come up here and say like we doing something to you because you can't answer a simple question. You wanted to come up here and start yourself as a great guy. You could have just been like, no, I don't consider myself that. But you had to say, oh, I'm a great guy. But you have no basis for that claim. You just want to be the great guy, but you can't even justify it. You can't even put it into words because you don't even believe that bullshit. Come on now.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead and mute up. What's up, Dax? How you doing?
Are y'all, is it
Hold up, it's Dax time. Hold up. Go ahead, Dax.
Yeah, I'm good. How is everyone? Hey, KJ. Hey, Ali. Hey, Liz.
Happy Friday.
Thanks. Happy Friday to you, too. Yeah, this is crazy. How someone could literally say that they are great and don't even know the metrics behind why they call themselves great. And then when someone asks them this to explain it, that automatically means that they're a hate group. Like, sir, I'll use Tara Wood. Sir, make that make sense, please.
He can't. That's why he attacking.
What's your name, Dex?
It's 3 letters. It should be easy for you.
It's 3 letters?
Yeah, it should be easy. Yeah.
Should be easy for me.
Yeah.
And you want to smoke so bad. Like, sir, just answer the fucking question. We get it. You're not a great guy. Fine. You're not a great guy. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. You're not a great guy.
Are y'all
You got
hating
it.
people in this group? Like, that's what y'all do? Y'all be bullying and picking
Oh, we
fights and
on
stuff.
the 10th minute now. You still ain't answer the question.
He
Stop bringing
can't.
it
That's the
together.
problem.
I
All this
just
deflecting
answered.
and
Hey,
gaslighting because he can't answer a simple fucking
Good
question.
where's
Lord.
the rest of the sisterhood at? I know it's a few more of y'all still online.
Did you miss us? Like, goddamn, just go
Are you
ahead and say
stalking
it.
us?
Yeah, definitely
Lord.
talking.
Where's
Ooh,
the rest of
why are
y'all
you
at?
up on your fake? Why are you up on your fake account, my guy?
Okay, but
It's a whole gang of y'all.
real quick. We asked if you were a good man, and you said that you couldn't define what that looks like, but you called yourself a great man. But in the English language, wouldn't
Mhm.
great be better than good?
You speak English?
You understand me, right?
Oh snap! I didn't know you knew how to speak English.
Yeah,
You
that
speak proper
backfired. That
English.
didn't do what you thought it was gonna do.
Oh
So
snap!
Hold
next.
up. This shit is hold up. Sir. If you want to trigger somebody, sir, you gotta come better than what you coming with. Like you can't do it. Like you don't have the whatever you looking for, you're not getting it, sir. You can answer a simple fucking question.
Nah, I
We don't
only
care about
came
you
in because I
gaslighting. I'm
noticed
gonna
the
meet you up.
sisterhood.
But you're not fucking listening. So I'm gonna meet you up. Okay? Be a great little boy and fucking listen. You couldn't answer a simple fucking question. You wanted to come up here and say you was something because this is what you like to tell yourself, but you couldn't answer the simple fucking question. Matter of fact, you couldn't even give us one example. Nigga, you think you Jesus? Is that why you mentioned Jesus? You walking around like I'm great as Jesus, motherfucker? Like, what the hell is going on? Sir, just answer the goddamn question. All this, where this person at and what's going on, sir? We asked you for a simple fucking example and you can't do it. You don't have the capacity of you just walking around here using words. You're just using words. You're not saying shit though, because you can't back the shit up. So unless you can give us an example, push the fuck on. Because like you have nothing to add to the conversation. Nothing at
So,
all.
Tara, let me ask you this: is that how you pronounce your name? Is it Tara or Tara?
So the thing is, if you want to say you something, you can't back it up. You just yapping, okay? You have nothing to add to the conversation, and then it's not even a good back and forth. Sorry, you just saying little dumb shit. It's like talking to a child. You fucking lie. I'm thinking you're not even 18 the way you talking, sir. Like you should not be on these fucking panels. The fuck?
This is not the family reunion. Come back next live. It might be then, but what the world though?
They need some training for the ops or something. Like it's not given. Like it's not on pause, sir. Like you thought, but you thought wrong.
I mean, to be a good troll requires a certain level of intelligence, and clearly he lacks it. So,
I feel like he's somebody who he's been on here before. Like that's a backup account, straight up backup account. And then on top of it, because I'm great. I was great. Can't name anything great.
Hold
Like,
on, is this a troll? You a troll, Crew?
No. No.
Okay, go ahead and finish KGR.
no, that's what I was
Say
saying
that again?
too. And he was dumb. Like, if you're going to troll, be at least interesting. Jeez.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was horrible. I feel like he came up here and stuck his tongue out at us. Like, come on.
right.
What's up, Crew?
Hi.
Would you like to respond to the
Um,
prompt?
yeah. Good men don't need bad men. They just need bad circumstances.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe your mouth might be like right next to the mic.
Nah, I'm kind of far away from it.
Damn.
You kind of breathing on the mic like Brainy from Hey Arnold. Can you just I don't know. Sometimes people are kind of like mouth breathers, but it's kind
You
of
flip the phone
distracting.
over.
Yeah, it's kind of distracting.
Nah, I'm definitely not a mouth breather.
Okay, so what do you mean by they need bad circumstances? Please elaborate.
So, it could be bad circumstances or just circumstances in general. So, for example, you can have an athlete, and if they like if they come up in the clutch and they actually perform how they're supposed to perform, then you can say that clutch or that good in the clutch.
You're welcome.
If you have a doctor or a surgeon, what'd you say?
Okay, so sir, again,
What the fuck is he talking about? Well, go
yeah,
ahead.
we're not talking about sports. So please, again, good men need bad men, correct? Or no?
No.
Okay. So you trying to talk about someone performing in an athletic fashion does not make one good or bad. They have a skill. Skills do not define good and bad. Okay? So we are asking, so you are saying no, good men don't need bad men. But you're saying they need bad circumstances
Skills.
when we talk about sports.
Skills do define what's good and bad. How good your skills are defines how good or how bad you are.
So, question: if I'm mopping the floor, like on the scale of 1 to 10, how good or bad am I? Just by noticing that I mop the floor. You don't even know how well I mop the floor. It's just the fact that I can mop the floor. How does that rate me on the good or bad scale? 1 to 10, real quick.
It depends on how good of a cleaner you are. I couldn't tell you. I would have to see the job. I would have to
Maybe
see
I
the
didn't.
before and
Maybe I
the
Hold on,
didn't.
I
after.
did something earlier too, right? I took a shit earlier, and something about me, y'all. I know how to take a shit and get up, and like, there's no shit on the toilet. Like, I know how to do that. Like, this is a skill I really have. Like, I'm gonna start putting that shit on my resume, just shitting and like not getting it on the toilet seat. Right? Is that what we saying? Like, it's a
Yeah.
It's
skill,
not a
right?
skill if anyone can do it.
No. Some people be shitting on the toilet seat. You see what I'm saying? I know how to take my anus and lift it off
Yes,
of the
but the
back of the toilet seat
majority
at
of
a certain hold up
people
at
don't
a
do
certain
that.
measurement, sir. Like this is math. What you talking about? The fuck and this physics. And I'm getting the job done without making a mess, right? Which is good for me, and it's good when I'm in places where somebody else may have to do the cleaning. Like
Sarah, he said most people don't do that. Sir, who are you hanging around? Toddlers?
Most people do not. So you're saying that most people, when they take a shit, they shit on the toilet? That's what you're saying?
I never said most. You
I'm
said hold up.
asking you that.
Nobody said most, sir. You
I
said a
said most
skill.
people
Hold up,
don't do
sir,
that.
They
sir.
don't shit?
Sir, you said a
No, they don't shit
skill.
on the toilet.
But is that not a skill, sir? Like, come on, be for real. Don't come for me. Like,
It's
that's
not a
a fucking
skill if
skill.
the
How is that
majority
not a
of people can
skill?
do it.
Can everybody do it though? That's the question. Can everybody do it though?
It's the majority of people.
But can everybody do it?
Hey,
No, the people who can't are usually bedridden, toddlers, or really sick.
that's not true. But hey, I'm going to ask you this, crew to few. Okay, so say I am amazing at unaliving people. I have the best skill set. I can, dismember bodies like so well. It is literally something no one else can do the way that I do it. And also, not get caught. That is an amazing skill set. So that would make me good, right?
A good mercenary, yes.
No, I'm not talking about being a merc. That's doing it for money. I do it out of the love of just unaliving people. Like, my guy.
Oh, for the love of the game?
Like, sir, I've never heard of a good merc. Like, they're all horrible human beings, and they accept that. That's why they're mercs. Hey,
So
y'all!
why do government agencies hire
Hold up real quick. What's up, Mia? Hey, Mia.
Mia here.
Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right?
Yeah, we
It's
the struggle is real. God damn.
yeah, I can tell. I'm like, I be wanting to lead with a prayer, but I'm gonna just wait and see how things go. Cause it's a little, I see it's a little struggle in here, but
Not you trying to pray on that over every live. That's crazy. But
yeah, well, I can make salat instead of prayer if that's uncomfortable for you. I can make salat instead, cause assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam.
no,
Inshallah.
Not that's the only two options. That's crazy, but
But no, I just wanted to, that's why I was like, I asked for consent. I can read the room. I'm not crazy. I'm very smart. I'm very kind. So I read the room. You don't want that here. Got it. I follow directions very well.
no,
So
you
I
good.
got you. I'm
No, you
good.
good. You good.
But yeah, I am very demure. But yeah, what I miss around this thing was,
I'm starting to realize the reason why I like conversations on the back end because they be so fucking stimulating, right? It's like it's a hot mess on this side, I swear. But so we had a couple crash outs and we had a guy who couldn't define the word great, and now this man here said, good is just by having skills. If you got skills, you're a good person. And I was telling him like I'm over here like doing this.
That's not what I
Hold
said.
on, sir,
I said your skills
don't
define how
interrupt
good you
me
are.
when I'm updating Mia on the facts of the panel, sir. What the fuck? If you want to add clarification after, that's fine. But I'm updating Mia so Mia could be informed. Like that's how we operate around here. But yeah. So KGR like a serial unaliver, she doing it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we got skills over here. And apparently that's it. Like you got skills, you good. You're a good person because you got skills or some shit like that or whatever. I don't know.
And I got really good skills, I have the skill. I mean, I think it's like literally like a power, I'm a prison whisperer. I've been doing that for a while here. So I'm glad that I'm a good person. I feel honored that the crew to few was able to define that for us and able to share that information, because I would have never knew that being good was, just having a skill. And glory be to God that I do have a skill of whispering, prison whispering. It's been a journey, but I'm happy to know that all that leads to me being a good person. Yeah, that's why, I always start, when I come up on a panel and I'm ready to share my opinion and share my gifts and my skills because of the good person I am. That's why I always like to lead in prayer or make a salah. But, hey, who knew? You know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm saying is that he said what he said, and now we know. And if he ain't said, we would have never knew what he said to know what to do. So that's all I'm saying. Like, it is what it is. Y'all can be mad with the young man, but he said the thing that made us know that having a skill is the thing to have to be the good person. So
well, thank you.
I learned a lot. I
You
learned a lot.
definitely got it.
That is so amazing because I used to be ashamed of these skills. Now I am so proud. I'm so proud, you guys.
I'm about to be flexing out this bitch. Like the fuck you mean?
I had a question for the Two Live crew. Oh, I mean the crew Too Few, whatever. What kind of voice changer are you using? Darth Vader. Darth Vader. You don't use it? Okay. So ask me what's your favorite scary movie?
What?
You don't use it? Okay. So ask me what's your favorite scary movie?
You got an echo.
Okay. So
I'm not gonna mute. You got the echo. You gotta go out there and come back. I don't know who profile you was looking at while you was up there. What was going on? But the echo is crazy.
I hope it wasn't mine.
It sounds like somebody that calls you playing on your phone while looking in your window.
Yeah.
And he sounds like a 30-year-old V card, and I don't know. Is this ableist? Because I feel like the FBI should watch every male that's over like 21 that hasn't gotten any. I feel like they should be on like a certain type of watch list.
He sounds like.
That is.
Wait, what? KJR?
Who he is?
Who?
Mr. Cachet's crew Too Few, sir. You're really dumb. Y'all be really bad at this.
Damn.
Backup page stuff, my guy. You need to ensure that you're not linking your main account to your effing backup account so you're not showing that you're live in this live while you're there.
Who this is? Because he only got 7, so you
Yeah,
definitely.
no. So you go to his follow.
I can't do it. Y'all can't do it because I'm hosting a live. Somebody else gotta do it. Y'all gotta put in the work.
I'm laying my edges down. I don't really care that much.
Oh, I know who it is. It's
Mm-hmm.
the flipper.
Yeah. Because
The
those are
flipper.
those are his backup accounts. And he's dumb as shit because he keeps posting his own shit and linking his accounts. You dumb, my guy.
Well, no, but that's how I knew he was a convict. I knew I couldn't catch his voice right away, but I knew it was a convict I was talking to. So hey, my skill wins every time. That's all I'm gonna say. I was right. He a flaming felon. That's crazy. But you know what? God bless him. God bless the man. Let's have a moment of silence for him.
We need a emote for flaming felon, and I'm gonna be quiet for the moment of silence.
Y'all like that, huh? Yeah, I was.
No, every time y'all ask for a new sticker, another one gotta go away. Just saying.
One of those stars in me because I feel like felon that is just flaming felon is just so amazing.
Make sure y'all give me my props if y'all use it, because I worked real hard with that when I was like a flaming felon. And you know what? I don't tell y'all where I got it from on the back end. If you smart, you got it. But yeah, this is hard. What you say, Dex? Dex, I ain't even see you. I seen you, Dex, but I ain't. You ain't say nothing, so I ain't know you was here.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah.
When he came back.
Yeah, so if you would allow me to actually finish what I was saying, it would actually make sense.
Okay, well, swallow your spit first, and then continue.
That shit sound nasty.
You need some Mucinex. You find them Mucinex.
Anyway, your skills define how good you are at something. So qualities that people define as good, if you have those qualities,
Why? This is the thing.
then you're a good person.
Why can't hold on? You don't want to disrupt the prompt. Why when y'all talk about like men's behavior, y'all can't just be talking about men's behavior. Y'all gotta talk about some other shit. One nigga was talking about butterflies. You in here talking about some skills. Like y'all talk about everything but y'all. Like we don't need no fucking parables. We don't need the fucking. We don't need none of that. Just talk about men's behavior, sir. Men's behavior.
I already did, and that's how we got here. You
didn't.
asked.
You started talking about sports. What the fuck?
You asked if good men needed. I was giving examples. I was gonna say if a surgeon has an 100% success rate,
you still doing it. You still doing it.
He's a good surgeon. He's a good surgeon.
Sir, we don't need metaphors. Like, just say the thing.
He could be a good surgeon, but a piece of crap. I know plenty of them. There can be amazing surgeons, and then they're horrible human beings. Did you know most surgeons are actually sociopaths?
So, like I said, if you have the qualities that people consider to be a good person, and you do those qualities, then you are considered a good person.
Sir, but again, I just asked you. If you're a sociopath, are you a good person?
It depends on what you do.
Why is that just hard? Y'all make simple shit so hard for what?
I mean, it could all be so simple then. Like, why are y'all so
He lying. He lying. That's why. He fucking lying. That's why this shit don't make sense. You're a fucking liar.
So, crew.
It's just like your question earlier when you said, oh, if you're good at unaliving people and you are good at getting away with it, what if they unalive PDF files? Are they a bad person now?
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Dax. Goddamn, this shit is a struggle. Go ahead, Dax.
So, crew, let me ask you this question. If you are good at being an idiot, are you a good person?
You're a good idiot.
Did you hear my question? If you're good at being an idiot, are you a good person?
It depends on what you do. Are your comprehension skills really this horrible?
Sure, what if I'm a
Well,
great grapist? What if I am the most prolific grapist around? I am skilled. I am amazing at that shit. Does that make me a good person?
So you're taking half of what I said, and you're not taking the other half. Are you guys this dense?
no,
Oh, honey, spell it. Spell dense for us.
Not half and half. Not just two sides of the example.
yeah.
Like if it's true, it's all. The thing is, if something's the truth, it's the truth regardless. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, what he's really trying to say, it tracks with how men are, right? He thinks that actions, right, like on a job, is his personality, who he is, and how he treats people, right? So if he does a job good, like he lays some tile and he's really good at that tile, all of a sudden he's a good person. That's what he's
No,
trying to
that's
say.
not what I'm saying.
Dude,
What I'm
dude,
saying is, if
dude,
you take
relax. I'm
what
talking
people
about
think
you.
are
I'm
good
talking about
qualities,
no, relax. We know you're an idiot. It's okay. Don't boast. We know. That's what you're saying. You're saying what you do, and you brought up jobs. That was the first thing. You didn't even talk about personality and how you treat people. Your example was jobs.
I said skills. That's just
In a
shows your
job,
comprehension
you
level.
idiot.
I said skills. You even heard her say earlier.
Okay. So what skills were you talking about?
Whatever skills, for
Because you said
example,
surgeon. You
having
said no. You said surgeon.
I
You
gave
said
that as an
basketball
example to say
player.
that is a
You
good surgeon
yes.
or a good
But that's
athlete.
not a skill set, sir.
So
That's an occupation.
Right. And the occupation requires skills, which what it is you're talking about. So you're such an idiot. You don't even know how to explain your own example.
I just explained it. So
No,
for
we have to
example,
help
if,
you
if
explain your
being
own
a
example.
if being a good person is, for example, treating people well, that is a skill that you have to learn how to do. So
I'm sorry. You have to learn. So his perspective is that people inherently are going to be horrible.
why do you have to teach children to not hit other kids? Or
Hold up. What's up, Liz? How you doing?
I'll never hit no other kid ever.
Hold on, Liz was already up here. What, Liz? Well, I thought you just came up here.
I've been here. I've just been quiet. Sorry, I'm cleaning my kitchen.
Okay, you good.
See, that makes you a good person, Liz, because you got cleaning skills.
Liz is a good person, y'all.
Yay.
it's just like someone put in the comments, morals. Exactly.
Not
You
you.
have to
Hold
build
on.
up your skills and being a moral person.
Not you trying to get ideas from the comments. That's not what you said. The fuck. Listen. You never even responded to the prompt because your examples was just
I
not
already
making sense.
did. I said
Okay.
good men need bad circumstances. But of course, you don't remember that, do you?
No,
Because
women need villains. That's why they create them. That's what they need. The quote unquote fake ass good men. They need a villain. They need a villain to say, "Oh, look at that guy. I'm not that guy over there." That's what the fuck they need. You talking about some
No,
circumstances?
that's actually not a good person.
Hold up.
Hey,
See how I
Sarah,
gave, hold up though. See how I gave detail. I said that good man wants to be a good man because he gonna look at the villain to say, oh, see how that man compares to me. That's why I'm good because I'm not him. That guy doing those awful things. See how that like I made a point and I gave some actually something to support it. I'm not just saying a thing like you just saying circumstances. You don't talk about any sad circumstances. How that actually reflects him being a good or bad man. You just saying shit. Go ahead, KGR.
Oh, it's like the dudes who say, oh, you need men's protection because what if some dude breaks into the house? That's the bad circumstance that would make him a good person, even though he could be a piece of shit all the time. Well, he protected you that one time. That never actually happened. It's just a hypothetical. You are still trying to state good, and the only way a person can be good is if they're in a bad circumstance. That is false. That is actually that is diametrically opposed. No, it's not. No, it's not. Actually, logically, that is a fallacious statement because good is supposed to be an absolute. Good, as in saying someone's character is good, someone is a good person, is an absolute statement. It doesn't mean that they are not, flawed. However, they are good, and that is their nature. Therefore, by trying to state, but in circumstances, if they're in bad circumstances, that's what makes them good. No, because even
No, it's how
tyrants
you
can be
act
good in
in
shitty
bad
situations.
circumstances, which is makes you good.
Tyrants can be good in shitty circumstances,
I already said that.
but that does not make them good.
I never. Oh my God! I swear to God, I'm about to have an aneurysm.
Please do. Like, seriously, please have a fucking aneurysm. Jesus, that would save us all from hearing your hard breath. Like, Jesus.
I don't think you can. You have to have a brain to have one. So, okay.
Not to hootie up in the
Lex, we know you were on the short bus in school. Don't worry, bro.
Aw, so you're trying to insult people with disabilities.
Right.
No,
Wow,
I'm not
wow.
disparaging the differently able. I'm just
But
saying.
you did. You used that as an
I know.
insult. Therefore, you are actually stating that that is something to be negative, that is something to look
So
down
there was
upon.
an insult. I just said I knew he was on the short bus.
That's called ableism. And that's also trying to perpetuate a negative stereotype associated with people with disabilities. So suck it from the back
So what was the
disrespectfully.
negative stereotype I was perpetuating?
To use that as an insult means that you think of it as an insult,
What
which means
was the
inherently
insult?
think-
You see how the circular logic you have now?
Sir,
What was the
sir,
insult?
that's not circular. You stating you rode the short bus as an insult to Dex.
How do you know it's an insult unless you can read
Because
minds?
that's what you said. That's what you said. And that's why you said it the way you did.
Were you complimenting me?
So because of the way I said it, you know how I meant it. That makes a lot of
True.
sense.
True. Were you complimenting me?
I mean, according to KGR sums, I wasn't.
No, I asked you a
She could
direct
read
question.
minds,
Are
so
you too wait. Are you too stupid to answer direct questions?
I mean, I don't have to. We have KGR sums who can read minds.
Hey. I'm talking to you. This had nothing to do with KJ. I'm asking you a direct question, or are you too stupid to answer it?
Look, man, you have a mind reader, so I don't need to answer the question. Now, do I?
Wait. Crew, why are you still involving KGR? I'm asking you a direct question, or are you too stupid to answer it?
I already answered the question. You're just too
What was the
stupid
question?
to actually realize I answered it. See, that's an insult.
That's not answering it. It involves someone else. Had nothing to do with my question. My question was, did you give me a compliment?
And I already answered your question.
What was the answer?
The answer was KGR Sums is a mind reader and told you what I was thinking. So
No, I
But now, hold on. Maybe he need a circle jerker, y'all. I'm gonna let him come up here and circle jerk on.
I'm sorry. I dropped him real quick because I felt like he needed to take a lap. He can request back up.
Hold
But
on. Tahai, you gotta wait for him to come back. I'll let you come up here for the circle jerk. He'll be back though. But go ahead, Dex.
I appreciate that. So good men need.
Hold on, go ahead, Dex.
Oh, no, it's nah. I'm good for now until this idiot start talking again. Oh, he came back up.
And so this how it gonna work. Crew, you gonna make your point, and then Tahai gonna come in and circle jerk you. We'll let y'all do like a good round before we go in. Go ahead, sorry, you got it.
as I said, good men need bad circumstances. For example, you could have a fire, or you could have some kid running the street. You could have anything happen. And someone, instead of looking the other way and saying, oh, I'm going to just let this happen, they can put themselves on the line and they can help the person or do whatever.
All right, go ahead, unorthodox. What you think?
Taha, that's to you.
Can you ask that question again?
No, go ask him directly. He right there next to you. You talking to it's you and Crew. Y'all got it.
Oh, okay. Great one. I wasn't listening.
You gotta say it again for him, Crew. He wasn't listening to you.
Yeah, I'm a little slow.
Crew, he ain't hear what you said. You gotta say it again.
I don't think they heard what they said.
Crew, are you trying to record the live? And that's why you can't respond? Okay, so you heard everyone speaking. So go ahead. Tell Taha what you were saying.
That good men need bad circumstances.
Ah, excellent. Kind of similar to the page I was on earlier before they dropped my behind. But it's
The
nice
only
to
way
know
you
that,
know
yeah,
if something is
yeah.
if it is tested. It's just like if a car, you can say that a car has good safety capabilities because it's been tested, and if it gets into a wreck, then it saves people's lives. So the only way you're going to know if someone is good or not is if they're actually being tested with bad circumstances. They do not need a villain. It does not have to be a person. It can just be a circumstance.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. But since a lot of it does come from, most women, I'm trying to identify from women what do they mean by good men and bad men? Because we see it in one perspective as we just spoke, right? But I came in earlier and I was trying to get the host to explain or to define their meaning based on their perspective of women. What does it mean to be a good man and a bad man? Because we're saying, hey, I'm a great man because I've been through some circumstances, I've overcome them, and I was able to still accomplish my goals, right? Because I've been through the good as well as the bad.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Taha? Sorry.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Inshallah. Have you ever been to prison?
No,
Have you ever been on probation?
no.
I asked that because you said that being a great man is to overcome some things
Absolutely.
and get through them. So what are some of those things, if you don't mind?
Well, not to get into detail, because that is my personal life, and some people like to eat up vomit once you spit it out for some
They
reason.
do. They
Yeah.
do. So
So,
share what you're comfortable with, sir.
well, as being a black male, I grew up as an orphan. I was born in the 70s, so I lost my peoples during the 80s. So I had to come through all of that. That's just a part of it. You know what I'm saying? That's really 5% of the part. But to know that there are experiences that people experience that allow them to become who they are in the future. You can say you want to be a doctor at 5 years old, but your circumstances and what you go through can make you into something greater than a doctor in the next 20 or 30 years. But that's my experience. Based on most women's perspective, what is a good man and what is a bad man? How are they
Hold up. Before you ask a question, hold up. Mia, did you want to follow up with a question?
No, but I do want to
Okay.
follow up with a comment though.
Hold up. Before you do it, I wanted to see what Crew thought about what he said.
Okay.
Like, Crew, what you think? And then you can follow up at the Crew. Go ahead, Crew. What you think about what he said?
The only thing I think about what he said is, me personally, just as a recommendation, I wouldn't call myself a good man. I would just call myself a regular man, just because saying that you're good at something, it's not it just doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Like, other people have to be saying you're good at what you're doing for it to make sense. Like, it's just
So
like,
Hold up. Mia was not. Hold up, y'all.
It's just it's basically like saying you're a good person is like it doesn't make any sense for the same reason that surveys aren't very what's the word, like in the scientific community surveys aren't looked at in a very good light. Like they can provide some insight,
The scientific
but
community, huh?
huh?
You said the scientific community?
Yes,
Okay, I'm
surveys
just asking for clarification. Okay.
yeah, like surveys are looked at as like they can be helpful, but they're not you know.
It's fine. It's fine. It's a struggle. Mia, did you still want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to make just a quick comment to those who are listening. I hope that y'all notice that he has probably given out certain information, and in his words, he vomited and it was ate up. So I think that I think he's lying, but he was trying to be careful. I do, in fact, believe that I was right, and I'm sure a lot of you clocked the same thing that I've clocked, because that is the usual rhetoric of someone who has been through, quote unquote, some things. They treat their travels through the system as if they overcame unwarranted traumatic event or something. They always speak like they have, like they are, civil rights leaders, and they're strong minded because they were able to do horrible things, get consequences for them, and still come out on the other end of it. That's just typical rhetoric. So I just want y'all to notice that he definitely has been through the system. He's been traveled through. He just didn't want to tell us.
Yeah, I clocked the survivor's remorse. They were just saying.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, the first thing he said when he came up was, just because a man went to prison doesn't make him bad. And then he used the example of Jesus.
Okay, but that's actually true. Just because someone's been to prison, that doesn't mean they're bad. There are people who are falsely accused all the time.
What does it? Hold on. So we're not talking
And
about falsely accused. That's a small. That might be a small percentage. In my experience, I'm not worried about nothing nobody else talking about. I'm talking about my experience. My experience out of all the people I have contact with, no one has ever said that they were wrongly convicted. So that's my experience. And like I said, I don't give a damn about what nobody else say. I'm telling you what from my experience.
I personally know people who have been wrongly convicted.
Okay, but we're not talking about you. We're talking about me, and I haven't. I don't know nobody. So, anywho, so if it outside of being wrongly convicted, what's good about causing harm to someone else? What good is that to cause harm to someone else?
I said earlier, you could be a good unaliver. If you unalive PDF files, does that make you a bad person now? Because you unalive people?
Hold on, KGR, because that's another convict conversation. That's another convict comment. Because for whatever reason, prison princesses seem to believe that if they give out their faulty justice on the undesirables of the inmate population or the criminal population, that how dare you judge them. Oftentimes the ones who are who are convicted, PD 3D, whatever it is, PE, whatever the fuck it is. Most of the time, those who are convicted of those type of crimes, they're the ones who got caught. Your ass didn't.
Hey, so
like I was saying,
hold on, brother, real quick. And I just want to say this real quick. You know what they say? People identify things based on their close relationship with it. So that's probably why you're able to view us in that light, because that's probably something that you're mostly familiar with. So if it sounds like that to you, then that's probably all that you know. Like, I get it. Like, if you haven't experienced a man speaking outside of that, without that type of experience, then you wouldn't understand. You haven't been around the block. So I get it though. You know, most women like yourself haven't been around the block. They don't know much. They can only speak on the things that they know. So you have limited knowledge and understanding, you know, but that's okay. You know, that's a part of your life and being human. Like that's who you are.
Yeah.
That's how far you go.
I think
Yeah.
the
Hold
I
on,
think you
crew. Hold on, crew. 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, all that, whatever you talking about. But yeah, the thing is when you when you grow up and you graduate high school and you pick a college to go to and you pick a major and a minor and then you go on to complete that degree and you walk across the stage to get your degree and then you go into the workforce to look for a career and you pick a career that you think is going to be perfect for you and the community and you work in that field and you start learning certain things about people's behavior and sociology and all those good things. You start to be able to have an experience and you're able to track things based on that experience. So yes, you are absolutely correct.
No,
Excuse me,
that's
hold
not
on.
enough.
I
That's
let you
not enough.
finish, sir. I let you finish. I know that I am hurting your feelings. I know it is hard for you to listen to this, and I know that you want to attack me, you want to offend me, and that is a-okay. That is in your nature. That is the nature of a lot of former inmates and convicts. They tend to have an issue with authority or what they perceive as authority. So I understand. And it's very difficult when you are a man who is a criminal and you tend to lean more into criminal activities and you relate to criminals more. It's really hard for a woman to be saying things. It's very, very difficult. You can handle the warden who is probably a YT man. You can handle the colonels and all of that telling you something, but it's something about a woman that just really grinds your gears, and I understand that. But the point I was trying to make is, yes, when I have an experience, I would like to share it with my friends and the people who are listening, because I want them to be able to clock the behavior, because it doesn't change. It doesn't matter what region you're in. It doesn't matter if it's north, south, east, west. Convicts and criminals tend to have the same rhetoric. They tend to talk the same. They tend to act the same. And I just want to bring attention to it. It doesn't change. It doesn't really change. It's always the same. And I also want to make it clear, those who subscribe to the mindset that these two gentlemen have are either they were an inmate, they are an inmate, or they will be an inmate. And I just want y'all to be able to recognize that. I'm here to serve. I'm here to inform, and any questions, y'all feel free to ask me, because they're triggered because I'm clocking their tea.
I love that point you made about the whole authority thing. Like, yeah, I can see why it's a struggle and why they can't act right.
Yeah, no, I tell you where I'm triggered. I'm triggered at the point where having book knowledge is not enough. It's just textbook. If you don't have no real life experience, you can call something you see all day based on a book that you read, but you still don't have firsthand experience. Like, you know, and thank you for congratulating me for walking across the stage, for graduating and getting my degrees.
Hold up, crew. You want to back him up real quick?
I mean, why should I if you guys just cut him off while he was talking?
No, you here for support.
No, I'm just here for my own enjoyment.
No, that's what they do. It's like
I need to make this
they don't
game
have
of
no
chess
control.
harder, honestly. I'm
If
playing
they
some
don't have
chess on
any,
my other.
how you doing, any outside control, they'll take it to TikTok and they use the mute. That's their only control that they actually have, because
Oh, that's the
I
authority you
mean,
was talking about, Mia.
unfortunately.
Oh,
So
you have a difficult
see, the things they
time
do on
Right,
TikTok,
I
they
caught
can't do
it.
it in real life.
in women's
Hold up,
spaces.
Mia just pointed that out, the whole authority thing. Okay, I got it. I think I got it.
And he wants to try to humble us and, try to silence us. And he's saying that, he's projecting, saying that our only authority is the mute button or whatever he's talking about. But yeah, he has an issue with authority. It's hard for him, especially when you're speaking in the tone that I'm speaking in. If I were to curse him out and, talk to him the way he deserves to be talked to, he would respond a little bit better, because that is the only way that he really would get it and understand, because men like him only respond to being humiliated. There's a quote I used to always say to my class: humiliation forces you to do something, humility allows you to do. And these men with this mindset that this gentleman have do not know how to be humble. They do not have humility. So the only way that they can do what they're supposed to do is be humiliated. And that's where the system comes in. The system ends up having to be the dad they never had. So they're just used to being talked to crazy. And because we're not talking to him crazy, he thinks he has the upper hand, but he really doesn't. But sometimes you gotta let the children play.
And you know what's crazy? That's like a level of trauma that they really should, like, instead of like focusing on us, they should really reflect on that. Like, after being thrown in a cage by men, how they make you look and feel through walking throughout the world, and how you always got to get your get back. Like, I think that's something y'all should look into.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Draco. If you was to talk to me crazy, I don't know.
Who's fucking Draco?
So,
Draco?
Can't read well, so it's okay.
I and A make two different sounds, so.
Yeah, it's Drika, sir.
my apologies, Draco. But yeah, that's a turn on for me, especially if it's coming from you. I mean, you have so I don't know.
Hold on one second, Mr. Hold on, Summer, 1 second, because this is another thing that convicts do. Again, when they don't have power, the way that they show dominance is through sexual dominance, right? So the way that they do that, sometimes if they don't have access to you to actually grape you, what they will do is they will overly sexualize you, and they would use sexual innuendos to kind of demean you and dehumanize you to the others that may be listening. And it's a form of intimidation. He wants to intimidate me because he's letting me know that if I were to yell or disrespect him, he wouldn't punch me in my face or harm me in that way. He would just grape me. He would just dominate me sexually. And that's the thing that they do, because again, he doesn't have any power anywhere else, especially because a lot of black men don't have power under the patriarchy, other than them being extremely violent, criminal, or sexually dominant. So he's just trying to sexually dominate me virtually so that I can shut up, and he can intimidate me and make me look like I am a 304. And that's just what he's doing. And that's a part of it. Don't worry about it. He is hurting. He's hurting. And we just gotta pray for him.
The reason why they're constantly holding each other down physically, I'm talking about literally holding each other down and pumping it back, or whatever you call it, whatever, on the TikTok manner, it's because they're trying to like redeem the level of like dominance they can't have in their living situation. Don't you, Sam?
Hey, Draco, where you from?
Yeah,
It's a crutch for me.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. So it's like, what about the one who's receiving? Like, he's falling in love, and the other one is getting like, I wonder, did he know that the other guy's getting that feeling? Like, is that like a gift? Like, I'm allowing you to like do this to me because I know what it does for you. Like, because I know they have empathy for each other, right?
Draco, where you from? You from the Southern or you Chi-Town?
Hold up.
I don't think that they actually have empathy for each other. I wouldn't use that word. I think they're detached from their humanity, honestly. I just think that I don't think it's empathy. I just think they recognize the similarities between each other because they're both like robots, honestly.
But see, that's the thing. Empathy doesn't always have to be like me giving you like some type of validation or me comforting you. Empathy means that I can literally just like see things from your perspective.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm thinking of like the
I didn't
emotional.
even know what empathy was. You ladies are delusional. I don't know who did it to you, but it wasn't me.
Hold up. You and Crew, hold up. Let us have our circle and you have yours. Go ahead, Mia.
Yeah, I see what you're saying when you put it like that, and I can concede to that. But either way, it's just a strange phenomenon, honestly. Yeah, and he's still trying to talk to me, like we're on a date, and it's very strange. But this happens a lot. I'm used to convicts doing this. This is something that they do. It's just a tactic to disarm me. And other women, when they do that, when they inquire certain things or they asking questions as if you're on a date and they're doing it in this environment, this is common. Like when they do it, in public. That's why they catcall. That's why they say red or hey shorty, let me talk to you. They do all of that because again, they do not have humility. They do not know how to read a room. They do not have any humanity. So he's still, even though I'm literally saying what he's doing, he's still going to do it because in his mind, he's still kind of having a thrill of thinking if he was in front of me, the things he would do to me. And he's trying to intimidate me. It is scary if I'm honest because they're so dangerous. He would hurt me. He would try to hurt me. He definitely would, and that's the part that's scary. But I'm covered in the blood. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, it's crazy how they try to scare you, even virtually. It's the weirdest thing ever. But God be the glory. I don't give it.
Even when it comes to like them trying to harm women or whatever, I realize like they only do that when they feel like they can get away with it. Like they wouldn't do that shit in front of like men who like literally wouldn't who see him for who he really is, or like in like places where a lot of people are at. They did like it's cowardice at the same time because it's for him. It's probably like it's like probably a stroke to the ego. Like I'm the dominant one. I can cause this harm, but only in like protected areas, right? Because like again, he let men throw him in the cage. So it's like, how dominant can these motherfuckers actually be?
Well, Draca, every time you talk, you actually
There's no A, sir. Who gave you that degree? What the fuck?
You prove my point about the things you're familiar with.
Yeah.
So what your issue is that you recognize Mia is so much smarter than you. She knows what she's talking about. She's book and real situationally smart.
Mm-hmm.
You are not. Neither of you are smart. And it's very, very sad. You and Crew and Taha and Crew, you all lack the just basic intellect to actually have a real conversation. Pretending to philosophize because you saw some YouTube videos and you slightly scanned a book does not make you able to actually have this conversation. And I'm not being demeaning. I am literally pointing out the issue. A person who comes up here trying to talk about, oh, it's what you do in a bad situation that absolutely makes you a good person is absolutely delusional. And someone who thinks that, oh, well, I played chess, and stating that because you're trying to show that you have some sort of level of intellect, when it's obvious you don't. You did not realize that you literally contradicted yourself over and over and over again, not understanding both of you all are actually showing what we're talking about. You all want to pretend to be good men. Crew Too Few, at least you said, oh, I'm just an average man. So you acknowledge that the average man is not good. Which means because they're not good, they're bad. So you acknowledge that shit. Own it. I'm so proud of you. Good job. I'm so glad you're able to admit that you are.
Your cooperation skills are just
What
bad.
kind of beginner learner app you got on your phone? 9 rounds, sir. What the fuck?
I said regular. Can you hear?
9 rounds
Like-
is crazy. Have you ever seen like a master chess player actually play a game with each other? 9 rounds? You've been up here, what, 20 minutes? That's crazy. That's crazy. It's like you try to flex and like what? Don't stop exposing yourself. But yeah, I was trying to let y'all circle jerk each other, but it seemed like
There are
when you
literal games that last a minute.
Thank you. It's like when y'all get an opportunity to co-sign each other, bullshit. It's like it still was a struggle. That's why I said like a lot of times what happened is we're carrying the conversation. Literally, we're carrying the conversation, and y'all be like, "Nuh-uh," and he be like, "Yeah, I agree," it's a nuh-uh. But like when the both of y'all had a chance to talk, it just wasn't given. It really wasn't given. So just saying, like the circle jerk is interesting because maybe the circle jerk only works in environments where like it's somebody who has an opposing view to you. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe that's why y'all desperate for women, because the circle jerk don't be given when it's just y'all. Is that the thing?
No, it only works when they're being humiliated, whether it's outwardly or just something internal. Like we might be having a conversation that humiliates them because we're talking about them like for example, with me having an expertise about criminals and convicts and felons, it's triggering something in the criminals and the convicts and the felons. So they think that I'm speaking directly to them when I'm saying something. So that humiliation forces them to do something. It forces them to respond, right? If they were humble, they would come in and they would add to the conversation. They would contribute to the conversation. Even if something was said that may have related to them, they would accept it because they know it's true, and they would add to it. They would give you a different perspective about it from personal experience, maybe. But they're not they don't know how to operate in humility. They only operate in humiliation because that's what they're used to, whether it's because of their ride throughout the system, or it's because of their upbringing, because them not having a father, because of their mother being sorry and weird, and all of those things. Or it could be the neighbor, the uncle, who knows what all they've been through, because they all been through so much. They had to jump off the porch. So because of all of that, they only understand humiliation. They only understand when their mom told them to get their stupid ass and sit down somewhere. They only understand the rejection of their father, not even wanting to give them a hug when they fell and scraped their knee, because boys don't hug men. They don't understand anything. They only operate out of that. So the only way they can circle jerk each other is when either one of them feel humiliated, or if they have secondhand embarrassment for the other, then they can put the lotion in hand and get to stroking one out for each other. But other than that, they don't really have no value to add to the conversation. So that's just that.
Oh, so it's like when somebody get made fun of and they get good at roasting people because they had to like do that shit to defend themselves. But that's like that's the limitation. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Hey, host, let me ask you a question. When y'all gonna bring up more of the sisterhood? Because I mean, you ain't got enough people.
Hold up. That's why I said I think it might also be a comprehension. Do you think it might also be comprehension? Because like
Comprehension, they can't read, write, or spell. They can't they couldn't read a passage in a book and tell you what it said. They do not comprehend at all. Yeah, they're definitely on a second grade level.
Because he went right into it. Like you just explained it, circled back, got feedback, and like expanded on it, right? And then I guess he was like, oh, I want to be the example. Like he was like, oh, let me give you another way that you write. Like I'm trying to figure out why he responded like that.
I don't know. I would love for him to explain it, but again, like, I don't think the comprehension is there. The education is he's just undereducated. He walks into the point every time, and it's just it's so irritating. It's upsetting me.
But I'm gonna just say I love real world examples. I will say thank you for that, because I love real world examples. I understand that they are very much valuable.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just say this, y'all. I said I only had 2 hours. I hope y'all got the lesson. Hold up. I hope y'all got the lesson. Oh yeah, let's screenshot that, sir. Screenshot that for yourself. But yeah, and you can get if you hit that little mic up there, it'll read it to you, just so you know. But the interesting thing is, like, I love real world examples. Like, I love the fact that sometimes, like, you don't have to try so hard to prove a point. literally the point will walk itself into your space and just expose itself like that. That's lovely. This was productive fucking live. I just want to say that, like, we learned some shit today. Shout out to y'all, shout out to Mia for the insight. Yeah, the circle jerkers, maybe next time. I don't know, maybe next time, but y'all did the damn thing today. Y'all did the damn thing for real. Anybody want to say something before I hit the button though?
Can we name it the Circle Jerking Anonymous or something? We need to start a program for these guys. Y'all know I'm real big on doing advocating for the community. I love to do the work. We need to set up a group. They need help. They need to be able to.
But no, we're not doing the labor. We're not doing the labor though.
We can't. I want to do the labor, but I understand. You know what? You know what? You're probably right. I am. Thank you, Tara. This is why sisterhood is important, because you are making sure that I do not overwhelm myself with doing all of this labor. Thank you.
Nobody who got the time for that shit. I don't. Goddamn. Like, I don't have enough years left in my life for that bullshit. But I just think it's excuse me. But like it was an interesting I guess a prime example of a case study. So yeah. Anybody want to say something? Because I gotta end there. I gotta take my son somewhere.
No, I think y'all summed it up pretty well. Thank y'all. And thank you, Mia, for giving us the education behind it all. I did not know all of that, but thanks to our two test dummies, we were able to see it in real time.
Good night, y'all. Thank you. That was great. I had to come up to clock that part when they turn into that giving you a compliment or trying to say you're sexy or something. But of course, Mia got it already. That's awesome. See y'all later.
Yeah, that's what I said. The back end conversations really be given. This shit right here is just to collect information. But real quick, not crew try to say people can resign. I'm gonna tell you when people resign, okay? Because people don't sign on to the app just wanting to resign rounds. But sometimes, like, if you playing against another player, sometimes it's like you like, oh, this must be a child. Like this is not what I came from. I actually came here to build skill. But for 9 people to drop you is really telling in your skills. It's not like you was whooping ass, or they like you just confirmed it by saying they resigned. Like they was like, oh, don't even have time for it. They literally came on the app for the enjoyment, and your presence was like, oh no, fuck that shit. Like just saying. But shout out to y'all. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for liking and all that good stuff. I might be back, or I might be in somebody else's shit later on, but we'll see. Bye.